I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. Let's turn now to page 5 of the Grade 4 Discovering Music Theory, looking at the topic of rhythm, and we move on now to duplets. And duplets is kind of the opposite to triplets in a sense. We've dealt with triplets where it's 3 in the time of 2, so 3 beats in the time of 2 beats, and now we deal with 2 beats in the time of 3 beats, so we're kind of stretching it. And it would be when we're converting from simple time to compound time, we add a dot, and so you would perhaps think to do this. However, what we do instead of adding a dot, we just stretch it by adding a duplet, and that makes it the same amount of time as a group of 3. So it's basically 2 in the time of 3. So 2 of any beat becomes the time of 3 of any beat. Now, of course, it may not always be equally divided, but it's the timing, not the number of notes, as it were. As we saw in triplets, the same principle remains. We're just going the other way now. And so we would use these mostly when we are working in compound time, if we're going from simple time to compound time, because we need to go from a group of 2 to a group of 3, and so we need to stretch it, and it just kind of does the job for us, just as if we were adding a dot. And you know, we can use combinations of notes and rests, and we can use different combinations of notes and rests. It doesn't have to be literally 2 quavers, it's 2 quaver beats. And so it could be, for example, just like that. That is still 2 quaver beats. The composer may not want us always to stick to just one note or one rest. And so whatever averages out, of course, as a performer, you've got to work out how to play this in terms of sound. But for us, in this context of music theory, we're just looking at the maths of 2 quaver beats, however it's allocated. And so we look at exercise 8, and we need to show where each beat falls, and we need to show the time signature. And so I suggest that the best thing to do first of all is to find the time signature, because then surely we know what beats we're going to be needing to allocate. And we can see that this is falling in groups of 3, and that's 2 in the time of 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quaver beats. Even though it only looks like there's 5, it's stretched into the time of 6. So we know that that time signature is 6/8, which of course doesn't mean literally just 6 quaver beats. It's duple compound time, and so we need to show 2 dotted crochet beats per bar, 2 groups of 3. It's duple time, and so we can see there's beat 1, there's beat 2. We don't show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's the start of beat 1. That's 2 in the time of 3. There's the start of beat 3, which is literally 3 quaver beats. So perhaps now have a go at the remaining exercises, and then we'll check through these together. So I'm hoping that you've had a go of this. Let's look at this together now. So I suggest we find the time signature first, because then we'll easily be able to show the number of beats. Well, we can see that we've got a group of 3 here, we've got a group of 3 here. This is 2 quaver beats in the time of 3 quaver beats, 2 quaver beats in the time of 3 quaver beats. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 quaver beats, which of course isn't quite the full story because it's quadruple compound time, so we need to show each group. There's our 4 dotted crochet beats, and so now we can see there's beat 1, there's beat 2, there's the start of beat 3, there's beat 4. Let's look at the remaining exercises. So let's think about this. Perhaps let's look at this second bar. We'll choose the time signature first. That will help us. This bar might need a little bit more thinking about. So here we can see we've got 1, 2, 3. And then here, this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quaver beats. Let's look at that in this bar. Now we can see a bit more clearly. Now we've got our thinking clarified. 1, 2, 3, 2 in the time of 3, regardless of whether it's silence or sound. That's 2 quaver beats in the time of 3 quaver beats. And then here we have 1, 2, 3 quaver beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which of course is triple. It's compound triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need to show 3 dotted crochet beats per bar. And so there's beat 1, 1, 2, 3. There's beat 2, 1, 2, 3. 2 stretched into the time of 3. There's beat 3. Then it's the bar line. And then there's beat 1 and beat 2. That's going to carry on. The rest is beat 3. And finally, let's look at exercise 8D. So first of all, let's find our time signature. Well, we can see there's our first group of 3 quaver beats, 2 in the time of 3, so that's 2 quaver beats in the time of 3 quaver beats, no matter that one of those is a rest. We've just stretched the time, 3 quaver beats. Again, 2 in the time of 3. There's 2 quaver beats, and then there's our final quaver beat in the rest. So we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're in duple compound time. We need to show 2 dotted crochet beats per bar. So there's beat 1, there's beat 2, there's beat 1, there's beat 2. And that's exactly the process that we go through when we're working out how to play a piece of music. We've got to be able to play the music in time. We've got to do the maths first so we can show how the melody is going to follow the exact rhythm exactly as the composer intended. And that's that page completed. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.